5 days after Donald Trump left China, another heavyweight arrives in Beijing, Vladimir Putin. The timing is not a coincidence, it's a signal. A signal that global power politics is moving fast, and that Xi Jinping is now at the center of it all. So the big question is, will Putin get what he wants from China? On the surface, the answer looks simple. Russia needs China more than ever. Since the Ukraine war reshaped global alignments, Moscow has been under heavy Western sanctions, economically constrained, and increasingly dependent on Beijing for trade, technology, and diplomatic cover. China, meanwhile, has benefited from discounted Russian energy and a partner that helps counterbalance US pressure. But beneath this no-limits partnership lies a much more complicated reality. Putin is likely coming to Beijing with 3 main goals. First, economic lifelines. Russia wants deeper financial cooperation, more trade in yuan, more Chinese investment, and continued access to critical technologies that sanctions have cut off. China has already helped soften the blow of Western restrictions, but Beijing has been careful. It does not want to trigger secondary sanctions from the United States. So while trade will continue to grow, don't expect China to fully open the floodgates. Putin may get incremental support, but not a blank check. Second, military and strategic backing. Russia would benefit enormously from more direct Chinese assistance, whether in dual-use technology or diplomatic alignment on the Ukraine issue. But here's where China draws a hard line. Beijing has consistently avoided overt military support that could escalate tensions with the West. Xi's strategy is to appear neutral while quietly preserving leverage over both sides. For Putin, that means disappointment. He will get political sympathy, but not the kind of decisive support that could change the battlefield. Third, long-term geopolitical alignment. Putin wants to lock China into a deeper anti-Western bloc, a kind of strategic axis that reshapes global order. And while China shares the goal of weakening US dominance, it does not want to be tied too tightly to a declining Russia. From Beijing's perspective, Russia is a useful partner, but also a junior one. Xi is playing a longer game, positioning China as the ultimate power broker, not just an ally in someone else's confrontation. So will Putin get what he wants? Partially. He will leave Beijing with strong symbolic support, new economic agreements, and carefully worded statements about partnership. But the deeper things he needs, full economic rescue, military backing, and a binding alliance, are unlikely to materialize. Because in this relationship, China holds the stronger hand. Xi Jinping doesn't need to rush. By engaging both Washington and Moscow within days, he sends a powerful message: China is not choosing sides, it is positioning itself above them. And that means every leader who comes to Beijing, whether it's Trump or Putin, is ultimately playing on Xi's terms. For Putin, this visit is important, but it's not a breakthrough. It's a reminder of a shifting balance, where Russia is no longer an equal partner, but increasingly a dependent one. And that may be the real story behind this meeting.